You are well. I also hope that you are having an amazing day so far. So, today we will be doing our grade one English lesson on to be and to have. So, to be and to have. And before we start with our lesson, we are going to log into aplusstudents.ca. And once we log into aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 1. All right, so we're going to then grade 1. Then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of to be and to have. And our chapter to be and to have, right? So that basically the chapter for today is to be and to have. Our subject is English, which is language arts, grade 1, and the lessons that we are focusing on today is sorry. And the lessons that we are focusing on is to be, to use the correct present tense form, and to be, to use the correct past tense form. And that is going to be our two focus lessons under the chapter of to be and to have. All right. And we are doing our lesson on aplusstudents.ca. So if you do want to go back to recap on the lessons, and then you can go to aplusstudents.ca, and then you can go to the chapter of to be and to have, English language arts, grade 1, and then there we have our lessons. All right. Let me do this. Okay. So now we use so we need to use if the sentence is about a person. So we use if. We use is, sorry. So we use is. This is more in the present tense forms. So we use is if the sentence is about one person, one animal, one place, or one thing. So this is now when we are, for example, either using or speaking or trying to refer to something within the present tense form, which is now, right? So when we are using or referring to anything within the present tense form or the present form, and then we use is if the sentence is either just about one person, animal, place, or thing. And that we also call singular, right? So we use is if it's about one person, one animal, one place, or one thing. And an example is Mary is funny. So Mary is funny, right? And there we have the word is, right? Which shows something that she's now, right? So she probably cracked a joke and now she is classified as being funny. So Mary is funny. It is soft. And there we have is again, referring to singular, referring to one, right? Either one person, animal, place, or thing. So it is soft, which means that now it is soft, right? Not in the past, not later. Now it is soft. Or now Mary is funny. So that is what we can call it being singular, right? Referring to one person, one animal, place, or thing. So one, right? And then we use is. And we use are. We use are if the sentence is about more than one person, more than one animal, more than one place, or more than one thing. Then we use are, right? So if more than one person, animal, place, or thing does an action, right? Then we use are. We don't use is, right? And this we call plural. We say this is plural, right? So singular means one, plural means more than one person, animal, place, or thing that does the action, but more than one, and that is plural. Then we use are. We also use are if the sentence is about you. So if the sentence is about you, then you can say, you are so nice. You are wearing my favorite color. You are standing on my place, or you're sitting on my place, right? So as much as you refer to one person, but you, we also use you, are, sorry, as the action, right? Or not even the action, we also use you and are together. So we use you, we use are if the sentence is about you. So we use are if the sentence is about you. All right, so a few examples of are, or where we use are. Jake and Ron. You see, Jake and Ron is more than one person, and they are late. So we don't say Jake and Ron is late. We need to say Jake and Ron are late. If you use is late for more than one person, or more than one thing, more than one animal or place, and then that is correct. I'm incorrect. Because two or more people, animals, places, or things, we use are. And there we see Jake and Ron. They are late. We, which refer to more than one, right? We are behind you. So we are behind you. So we can even consist of maybe 5 friends, 2 friends, 3 friends, but we're just telling that one person that we are behind you. And then here we said we use are if the sentence is about you. You are so nice. So you are so nice. And remember, we said that we use are if the sentence is about more than one person, animal, place, or thing. And we call that plural. And then we use am if the sentence is about I, which means that you can say, I am. I am late, right? I am hungry. I am happy, right? So that is how we use am. So we use am if the sentence is about I, right? Then we say, I am late, for example. I am hungry. I am happy. You don't say things like I is late, I is hungry, I is happy. That is not correct. I am late, right? And that is how, that is the proper and correct way in which to basically use that sentence. All right. So that was in the present tense, right? That was in the present form, like happening now. So in past tense form, right? So in the past tense form, in the past, right? Meaning it happened already. So in the past, and then we use was. If the sentence is about one person, animal, place, or thing. For example, Mary was funny, meaning that it happened already. Mary cracked a joke yesterday and she was funny. So it refers to one person being funny, which is Mary, right? It was soft. So either yesterday it was soft, last week it was soft, right? But it was soft. It's not soft now, but it was soft then. I was here. It's in the past. Remember in the present form, right? If it's now, then if we use I, then we say I am here. But in the past, right, we say I was here. And we use was when we refer to one person, one animal, one place, or one thing. And we use were if the sentence is about more than one person, animal, place, or thing. You also use were if the sentence is about you, right? So if the sentence is about you, then you can also say were. And as much as you is just one, referring to one person, right? But we use were instead of was. So you don't say you was happy. No, you need to say you were happy. Jake and Ron were late. You see, we're referring to more than one person that was late. So Jake and Ron were late. Or we can say they were late. And they we refer to as Jake and Ron. They were late. We were behind you. We can be anybody, or let's say any like two or more people, right? We were behind you. And then we have were, referring to more than one person being behind you. And then you were so nice. And remember, we said we use you or we use were if the sentence is about you. So you were so nice. So that is basically description as well as examples of the present tense form, right? Where we use the present tense form as well as the past tense form of to be. Now we're going to aplusstudents.ca and we are going to focus on that two lessons. We're going to the first one, which is to be, use the correct present tense form. All right. So we made an example already. We gave a whole explanation of how to use is, when to use is, right? And also when to use are and am. And once again, we said we use is if the sentence is about one person, animal, place, or thing. And we have an example of Mary is funny. It is soft. These are all things happening now, right? But referring to person or thing or animal or place that is doing things now. And we use is, one person doing something. And we use are if the sentence is about more than one person, animal, place, or thing. Right? For example, Jake and Ron are late. So Jake and Ron, it refers to more than one person. There are two people. So we can even say Jake and Ron are late, or we can say they are late. Right? We are behind you. We, it refers to more than one person. Right? It's more than one person. Because if we say we are behind you, then we can even say we can be Sarah and Anna, right? Instead of saying Sarah and Anna, for example, you can just say we are behind you. And then we also use are if the sentence is about you. For example, you are so nice. So we don't say you is so nice because it's referring to one person. No, that is incorrect. You need to say you are so nice. And then we use am if the sentence is about I. I am here. I am happy. I am hungry. Right? That is how we use am. We don't say I eat here. I is hungry. Incorrect. You need to say I am here. I am hungry. And that is but of examples. All right, so now we're going to complete the sentence by using the correct word, which is either is, am, are. Yes, we're either using is, are, or am to complete our sentence. Jake, a great friend. Jake, referring to one person. Do we say, we need to choose one of these words. Do we say Jake am a great person? Jake is a great person, or Jake are a great person. We need to choose one of these verbs to basically say, or basically to complete the sentence. So we need to use one of those words to complete a sentence. Is it Jake am a great friend, Jake is a great friend, or Jake are a great friend? All right. So if we identify or choose the correct word, and then we will say, so I'll go with a different one, and then we will say, Jake is a great friend. So is a great friend, and is, it refers to, so Jake is a great friend. This refers to basically one person. So Jake is one person doing something, right? So this sentence is only about one person. It's only about Jake. And that's why we use is. All right. Let's do another example. Those flowers. So flowers, right? Do we say flowers is, the flowers are, or the flowers am? So small. We need to choose the correct one. Say the flowers is, the flowers are, or the flowers am so small. So we need to choose the correct word. And if we look at these words, right? These words, they tell us that this is more than one person. And if it's referring to more than one person, do we use is or am? All right. So we basically going to, those flowers are so small. So those flowers are so small because it refers to more than one flowers. So we use are small, not am small, because we use am with I, and we use is if we're referring to one person. So are is correct. All right, let's go on to the next one, which is this orange. Do we say this orange am, are, is? We need to choose one of these words to complete our sentence. So this orange, do we say this orange am so sweet? This orange are so sweet? Or this orange is so sweet? We need to choose the correct one to complete the sentence. All right, so if we choose the correct one, we are going to say this orange, because it's referring to one orange only. So we're going to say this orange is so sweet. So this orange is so sweet. So is our correct word to complete the sentence. And is refers to the orange, the one orange, because this only one orange that we are talking about. So this orange is so sweet. So we don't say am sweet and we don't say are sweet because am refers to I and are refers to more than one person, animal, place, or thing. This orange is so sweet. All right, so now we're going on to our test, right? We're going to test ourselves to use the correct present tense form of to be. And we are going to complete the sentence by using or by selecting the correct word. So do we say Jake are a great friend or Jake is a great friend? Jake, you are referring to him as just being one person. So one person, Jake. Jake are a great friend or Jake is a great friend? So we need to choose one of these options, are or is. So Jake are a great friend or Jake is a great friend. Remember we said we use are if we are referring to more than one person. And we use is if we're referring to only one person. All right, so if we choose the correct one, we will say Jake is, yes, a great person because we're referring to Jake being only one person. And is correct. So well done. Well done. Is correct. The eggs, do we say are brown and white? The eggs is brown and white. The eggs refers to more than one egg. Do we say the eggs are brown and white or is brown and white? We're referring to it as being more than one. So do we say are or do we say is? So the eggs are brown and white or the eggs is brown and white. And the eggs is more than one thing. And if we choose the correct one, we will say the eggs are brown and white because it is more than one thing. So are is correct. So well done. Are is cool. She, one person, she. Do we say is at Blake's birthday party or she are at Blake's birthday party? She, we're only referring to her as one person. She is one person. Do we say she is at Blake's birthday party or she are at Blake's birthday party? All right. We will say she is because she refers to only one person, right? So she is at Blake's birthday party. And E is correct. So good job. Well done. We are at the zoo with grandpa or we am at the zoo with grandpa. We refers to more than one person. Do we say we are or we am at the zoo with grandpa? All right, so we will say we are at the zoo with grandpa, because remember we say am when we refer to I am, right? So we will say we are because it refers to more than one person. So good job, well done. And so the last one, the store is open now or am open now? So the store is or the store am open now. All right, so the store refers to only one thing or one place, right? It refers to only one place that is open. We'll say the store is open because it's only one store that is open or one place that is open. Good job. Yes, so is correct. So well done, both of you. All right, so that was how we use the correct present tense form to be, right? Now we're going to use the correct past tense form of to be. And we said that when we use the correct present tense form of to be, we use is to refer to one person, animal, place, or thing. We use are to refer to more than one person, animal, or thing. And we use am if we, for example, say I am, right? And we would say, for example, you are referring to you, then we use are. And that was in the present tense. Now we're going on to the past tense, right? It happened already. So it happened already. And in the past, we are going to use was or were. So in the past, we either use was or we use were, right? So we use was if the sentence is about one person, one animal, one place, or one thing, right? That is when we use was to refer to it in the past, right? So we use was if the sentence is about one person or one animal or one place or one thing. For example, Mary was funny, meaning it can be yesterday, it can be last week, whenever, but Mary was funny. So it is in the past, so Mary was funny. It was soft. It's not soft now, but that time in the past, it was soft. Could have been yesterday, could have been this morning, was soft. And I was here. So I being one person was here. When were you here? I was here yesterday. I was here last week. I was here. Right? So that refers to one person or one animal or one place or one thing. That is when we use was. And we use were, right? So we use were. If the sentence is about more than one person, more than one animal, more than one place, or more than one thing, right? That is when we use were. And we also use were if the sentence is about you. So if you're making mention about you, then we use were within that sentence. You were. So you don't say you was late, for example, right? Because that is incorrect. That is not correct. You need to say you were. And remember, we said that we use were to refer to more than one person, animal, place, or thing. For example, Jake and Ron were late. So Jake and Ron were late. That is two boys that were late, right? Or we can say they were late. And they referring to Jake and Ron. Or we can say they, which refer to Jake and Ron. They were. We were behind you. So instead of giving the people's names, right, you can just say we were behind you. And then you, this is where we say you also use you if we refer to the were, then you were so nice. So you were so nice. So that is how we use was, and that is how we use were. We use was if we refer to one person, animal, place, or thing. And we use were if the sentence is about more than one person, animal, place, or thing. And we also use were if the sentence is about you. All right, so now we're going to either choose was or were to complete the sentence. Janet's puppy. So Janet's puppy, they were or was on the bed. So Janet's puppy were on the bed or was on the bed. Janet is one person. So do we say were on the bed or do we say was on the bed? Janet is only one person. So we need to use either were or we need to use was in order to complete that sentence. And if we choose the correct one, we are going to say Janet was. Janet's puppy was on the bed. So was refers to one person, animal, place, or thing. So Janet was on the bed because it only refers to one person, animal, place, or thing. All right, so the ducks is more than one. So the ducks refers to, do we just say the ducks or do we say the ducks was white and yellow? The ducks were white and yellow or the ducks was white and yellow. What's the correct one that we need to use in order to complete the sentence? The ducks were white and yellow or the ducks was white and yellow? So we need to choose the correct ones. So the ducks were or the ducks was. All right, so if we choose the correct one, then we can say the ducks. That refers to more than an animal. They were white and yellow. So they were white and yellow. And the rugs, right? The rugs refers to more than one rug. Do we say the rugs was dirty or the rugs were dirty? The rugs. The rugs refers to more than one rug. Do we say that was dirty or were dirty? So the rugs refer to more than one rug, right? And we choose the correct one, then we can say they were dirty, right? Because if we make mention of more than one person, animal, place, or thing, and then we say were, and were is correct. So well done. All right, so now we're going on to our test, right? So we're going on to our test where we are using the correct past tense form. And we're going to complete this by using one of the options, either was or were. I, referring to one person. I, do we say I was mad at my sister this morning, or I were mad at my sister this morning? I, me, one person, was mad at my sister this morning, or I were mad at my sister this morning. Which one is the correct the correct that we need to use to complete the sentence? All right, so if we choose the correct word, we are going to say I was mad at my sister this morning, because I refers to one person. So I was mad at her. Good job. Well done. Was is correct. The road was flat and long, or the road were flat and long. So only referring to the one road. So the road was flat and long, or the road were. So was or were flat and long. So we will say the road was flat and long. So well done. Was is correct. The fire, referring to one fire. Fire were in the hills, or the fire was in the hills. The fire, it was in the hills, or it were in the hills, the fire. So it either was or it were in the hills, the fire. So we are referring to the fire, right? And then we can say the fire was in the hill. All right, the last one. The rabbits, referring to more than one animal. The rabbits, do we say fluffy, or the rabbits were fluffy? This is now referring to more than one animal. So the rabbits was fluffy, or the rabbits were fluffy. And we will then say that the rabbits were fluffy because we're referring to more than one animal. So well done. Good job. All right, so that is now the end of our lesson to be and to have. And we focused on the present tense form as well as the past tense form, right? And we said that in the present tense form, we use is to refer to one person, animal, place, or thing. We use are also in the present tense form if we refer to more than one person. And then in the past tense, right, we use was and were. Was referring to one person, place, animal, or thing, and were referring to more than one person, animal, place, or thing, right? So that is now the end of our lesson, grade 1 on to be and to have. Thank you very much for joining our class. Thank you very much for being interactive. And I really hope that you do have a better understanding now of to be and to have and how to use the present tense form as well as the past tense form correctly. So you should have an amazing day and amazing evening further. Goodbye.